Morning, mate. Right, took an L this morning. My alarm didn't go off. I used a Whoop alarm, so it just vibrates on your wrist. And set it for 5:30 like I normally did. And got woken by the bin man. Heard the bin truck outside. My first thought was, wow, they're early. I wonder what time it is. Looked at my clock, it said 5:11. And I was like, all right, oh no, that's 6:11. Oh, we've slept in. So it takes me about 15-20 minutes or so to leave the house. So I'm like, yeah, 45 minutes or so late. So heading to the gym, gonna get it done still. Could have been very, very easy to just lie in bed and go, well, I slept in, we're not getting it done, blah, blah, blah. But that is where you gotta be strong. That is where you gotta do the right thing. So there was an L this morning, but not letting that momentum slide. We're not letting that unravel. Get up, I'll get me running. So today is run and like bro split. It's like chest, biceps, shoulders, back. I'll just get it in, get me running, and then I'll do whatever I can. 'Cause that's all I can do, right? That is all I can do. Anyway, we're talking about Old Trafford today. So I think there's some mistakes made by Ineos. If they wanted to do this incredibly ambitious, incredibly great looking, very, very transformative vision that they had for Old Trafford and the Old Trafford area. You know, you've got the train station akin to Wembley where it's a little bit higher up. It's going to be looking at, you've got that trident thing, you've got a big net, this little walk, almost like a Wembley way down to Old Trafford. All of the surrounding area transformed into both residential and business and leisure. Mad ambitious sort of project. But you've done it and announced it on land you don't own, and we've already kind of seen like people at the back of the class with a hand up saying, excuse me, are you paying for that? Taking soup out of people's mouths at Carrington, like. That was a bit of a strange message to put out there at the time. And then the other thing was, you've had this steering group, G Nev, Lord Coe, handful full of other people involved in it, and not one of these people was like, you know, we don't own that land, right? It would have been a far better idea to quietly go about getting deals in principle, in contracts. Like, should we decide to act, we will buy this land at X price per acre, you know, with a deadline that we have to have completed that within 24 months, otherwise we can renegotiate whatever the deal was going to be. Because the day that you stick out, we're going to make this like the new leisure hub of Greater Manchester, and we're going to get all of this, you know, you put Metrolink trams in there. There ain't a Metrolink tram station 2 there. So like, you've done loads of presuming here. I know you had the Mayor of Manchester involved, so it's something you can probably enact, but you've put all of this work in there, and you basically just told everyone in the area, hey, we're about to make the value of your property 10x. So Freightliner, who owns more land in that area than Manchester United, went, oh yeah, these plans that you've drawn up, they're on our land. So United thought they were going to get this land for somewhere in the region of 40-50 million quid. And Freightliner went, yeah, cool story, bro. We want 400 mil. Sorry, 40-50 mil. And they've just said, yeah, we want 400 mil. And United have gone, shit. But I find it so worrying, genuinely, so worrying that you had all of these executives sit down, have a meeting, or probably several, right? You had a model made. You have this press announcement where you invite all of the media to come and look at your fucking model and hear your plans, and yes, it sounds sensational. Why did you do that? If it was to attract investment, okay, I hope that you managed to get that investment. But do you know how daft you look when within 6 months of that, you roll it back and say, well, yeah, the stuff that was central to that design, like the trident, that's going to be part of it, where you can kind of see Liverpool from there, which is going to be like this big tourist thing. We might not actually build it like that. We might just build a bowl like every other stadium in the country. So what the fuck was the point of the model, mate? Like, how do you make such an announcement of your design and then be like, might not look like that though. So why did we have an announcement? And I find it mad worrying that nobody thought about what happens if we can't buy that land. Do you know what I mean? What happens then? Mad frustrating. Mad frustrating. So anyway, what's the latest on there? Well, the latest on there is Mike Keegan has said United are now optimistic that a land deal can be made, which actually means that the stadium can be built. Which feels like it's so maddeningly thick that it even got to that stage, isn't it? So United officials have carried out constructive discussions with Freightliner and are now optimistic about signing a deal. Yeah, we offered 50 mil, got laughed at, got told that they wanted 400 mil. But the club believe, and I guess this is where having the likes of Lord Coe and Andy Burnham in your corner can help. If United are going to spend billions in that area, turning that area into the things that they have planned to turn that area into, it's one of those things that's just so beneficial for the entire area. It raises the value of a lot of things everybody's doing. Then things like compulsory purchase become an option. And I think that's kind of what United's whole sort of strategy here is hinging on. That a compulsory purchase, and it'll be a fair price plus a premium for the effort of having to move, and obviously relocate Freightliner. So they'll have to do something about that. Probably find and build them a new sort of HQ. But yeah, a compulsory purchase means that they're probably not going to get it. But from Freightliner's point of view, you can totally understand it. If United had come and started acting like this in secret, or even just as a property development company, just set up a property development company. Call it Not Manchester United Limited. and go and speak to them and be like, listen, we would like to buy your land. Don't worry about what's for. And just start negotiating with them about how much to buy the land. You can't make all this announcement, tell everyone you're going to spend billions, and then be like, oh shit, start negotiating with the people that own the land that you've just told the world you're going to build on. What did you think was going to happen? That's worrying. That's worrying for the decision making of all of the other stuff that we do at the club, isn't it? Because how can we expect to trust you that you know what you're doing with the rest of it when such fundamental fuck-ups like that happen? Mental. Yeah, basically Andy Burnham said if needed he could help force through some sort of a compulsory purchase. Well, there's that, I guess, isn't there? But doing all that, pretty time consuming. Could take a minute. Never rains but it pours, does it? One day we'll do something and it'll just go through, it'll be fucking smooth. Although, probably not today. Well, it ain't today for me, is it? Anyway, started on at L, turned it into a win. Got to stack that, you know the dance. Quite a few joined Patreon yesterday, welcome. And I had a few people message saying that they're actually really enjoying being part of that Telegram group. The vibes in the Telegram group are immaculate, according to Doug. So, shout out everyone that's making that a real nice, positive place to be. But I better get in here and start catching up on where I've fucked up already this morning. So yeah, take it easy, everyone. There's a few videos I've got that I recorded a couple of them yesterday. There's a few videos that I've got that'll be coming out today. So keep tuned for those. Hit subscribe if you're new. And, well, say good morning. Good morning. See you in a bit.